creeping around in here. Hey. Hey, what's happening? Come with me. Let's check this out. I've seen better days dripping down your face. Don't worry, I'm not going to keep singing to you. I want to talk about some people's collections. Well, I got something for you today, let me tell you. This is a life's work of collecting, and this is what becomes of somebody that spends all their life collecting. And let me tell you, it is mind-blowing. The only way to start this video is probably going to be to start it from the top. So in this here facility, I'm not going to put the facility on blast. If you know where it is, keep that to yourself, just out of respect to the good man that's been fortunate enough to amass this collection. He deserves the respect of having his stuff not put on blast, so we're not going to do that, guys. Let's just take a look, admire it, and I'm going to give you the tour. So without further ado, let's get after it, man. Notice that there's this big, massive diesel engine up the back here out of a, I reckon it'd be out of a boat or something. It would have to be. Blackstone. It's, what do we got? 3, 6, 8 cylinder, straight 8. I mean, it's big, just to give you a bit of a scale. That's me standing up against it. Stop it. Plenty of steam stuff. I'm not a steam guy, so I don't really know what's what with it. But there's a little bulldozer over the back in there. Look at that little tank. Bulldog, they're calling it. It's a tracked machine. There's a heap of these little Bulldog. Must be a brand. Maybe in the comments somebody's going to know more about that. Some pretty serious tyres on the back of this thing. You're not going to see that too well on camera because of the dark. Land's Bulldog. It's as tough as shit, like it really is. John Deere. Another Land's Bulldog. It's a sort of a similar variant to the last one. We've got an International truck. I mean, they're a bit of a dime a dozen. No pun intended. What else have we got? This is pretty old school looking. Bit of a hauler. Jeez, it needs a tyre change, man. She's looking rough. She's looking rough. These old steam tractors, they're badass. The height of that wheel gives you a bit of a, like I'm 6 foot something. And yeah, standing flat-footed up against that bad boy, look at that. What a tank. Absolute tank. This old mate down the back here is the same. Proteus, they're calling it. Proteus. Yeah, it's massive as well. Almost looks like a theme park with the lights all hanging off of it here. Same deal though, like the wheels on it. They're not as big as the last one, but yeah, you know, they're there. Solid. Ooh. Mamacita. Look at you. I like that. What is that? Wow. Yeah, moving along, we've got a Volkswagen. How could you not have a Volkswagen amongst the collection? Another little steam engine, another steam engine. How do you like your steam engine tractors, guys? Look at the front wheel on this thing. Are you serious, bro? Look at that thing. Let me get around here. get around here so we can get a better look at this. Jesus. There's not going to be too many of these things around anymore, I wouldn't have thought. Look at the steering system on this thing. Chain driven. It's like a corkscrew yanking on these chains around here. That's wild. That's wild. That is wild. Look how thick that wheel is. And it's like, I don't know, there's a thumb on it. 1 inch, 25 mil. It's crazy. It's crazy. That is crazy. Damn. It's just big. (1924) Albion, they're telling me. The Albion hasn't got a back on it yet. Got another family favourite over here in the form of a GDS Monaro. I'm not going to go into the Monaro stuff and the Aussie stuff too much because, to be honest, guys, we can look at that stuff anywhere. It's a cool car. I'm not trying to pun it or disrespect it, but I just can't get over how many of these steam tractors there are. Again, this one's like another full-scale one. They're massive, like. Another one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. The big guys are up the back. I haven't got to them yet. This one's got that chain steering on it again, which you won't see in the dark. Back wheel on it's massive. Lighting's pretty bad down in there, guys. I'm not going to try and get in there too much. I'm liking this. This has got that look. Oh, Maple Leaf. That's an ice hockey team. That just looks sick. It's like, love it. This is untouched. Like, look at that patina on that thing. You can't restore that, man. You just got to leave it alone. True? Dude, got to leave that alone, yeah? Agreed? Then we've got this little truck. What do you reckon of this little truck? It's got M&F Brunt Carriers Colac. 1928 Federal Scout, it's telling me. Yeah, we've got the old Mac here. That's pretty thick. That's pretty thick. This chunky little tank. We've really stepped it up here. We've got some curved corrugated iron for a roof. Talk about agricultural, yeah? This little buggy on the back of this, man. That's cool too. That's real cool. It's all been restored. It's not original looking. Although even the restoration's starting to crack up a little bit on that. It's seen some better days. Got to remember, dudes, like some of this stuff's, some of it's been restored and then re-restored and then re-restored. So we're talking, I don't know, like even if it got restored, say, a modest every 40 years, that's 3 or 4 restorations it's seen. Even at that, I'm probably pulling up short. Like some things get chopped and changed around really regularly. So, you know, what stage of restoration is it actually up to? Like, In the background over here, we've got another one of these big badass steam engines. The scale of this one is, again, it probably doesn't show up on camera, but this is way bigger than what we were looking at before. This thing, that's me standing there against the wheel, like that swallows me by well over a foot, 2 foot. It's massive, like, look at the plating in the spokes that are holding this thing up. Like it's actually, yeah, it really, with a little bit of an engineering background, for me, I find it absolutely mind-blowing, the scale of these things. And to be built back in the time set that they were built, dude, it's wild. It is wild. And I've never seen, you know, there's another one, there's another one, there's another one. Like, I've never seen this many of them in one room, ever. I've never seen anything like it. It's, yeah, it leaves me a bit numb, to be honest. What's going on with this? It's got like a massive winch drum on it for winching probably whatever you want, to be honest. I don't know what something like this would weigh. It's probably, geez, it could be 70 or 80 tonne, 100 tonne maybe. Massive. This one here is probably the biggest boy in the building. The front wheel, which is way smaller, stands up to about my nose. Look at that for a scale. The front of it, I mean the center logo here is level with my head. And then down the back, you can see the width of that back tyre sticking out down there. It's going to get dark, but I'll do what I can. Dude, look at the size of that thing. Jesus. To put that in scale, that's me standing in the wheel hub. It's got one of them winch things on it as well. Like, I'm sure guys that are into this stuff are going to know more about it, but this is like a massive winch drum. It's got like a 1-inch cable hanging out of it with guide rollers and stuff on this massive cog system here. Yeah, I'm a bit unsure what that's all in aid of. Maybe it was something to do with building a railway or something, I don't know. I'm guessing. I'm clutching at straws, I don't know, guys. But it's badass. It's just badass. They're saying it's a ploughing engine. That's all farm related, but I don't know. I'm not a farmer. Do I look like a farmer? I'm not a farmer. So I'm guessing. Little old truck, 1915. Oh, look on the back of that. It's got a wagon on the back of it too. Oh, I love it. I love it. That is cool, man. You could just see a Victorian family hanging out of that thing back in the day. Look at the lamp hanging off the side of it. That's sick. It's got the old, look at the old hand scribed, what do you call that? It's not calligraphy. I've got calligraphy stuck in my mind. It's not pinstriping. Yeah, old school pinstriping. Yeah, it's like it's everywhere, and it's all done with like a little hair lick brush. Yeah, it's wild. That's wild. How's that? I mean, I don't know which is bigger. They're both the same. It's got John Fowler written on the front of this one, and co leads engineering or something. That one and that one are very similar. I think they're the same. I think that they're the same prime mover. Does that make sense? Maybe a year or two out, they might be different models, but they look very, very similar. They've got the same size back wheel on it. That thing would, I don't even want to think about what that would crush. Never mind people, if they accidentally got in the way of it, that would be the end of you. That would be the absolute end of you. And you would need a facility this size just to store this stuff in. Like, this stuff is massive. It's in a full-size, unused factory, guys, like. And you would need that. Like, you're not storing it in a side shed on a farm property or something. You think you got a bit of room because you've got a few acres of land there. Like, the area that you need to have this stuff is, yeah, it's wild. But anyway, look at that thing. What's a big hole in the side of it? Is that where they get the fire going? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I know a few guys that play with this stuff a bit more too than this gentleman. So there's definitely some people, in the crowd that are going to know a lot more about this than I'm ever going to. But yeah, it's wild. So that's just one little section there, right? I'm still creeping around in here. That beats the steam, right? But now we've got petrol. And amongst the petrol stuff, we've got another pretty impressive collection of all kinds of cool stuff. This is a badass little Ford. It's just a cool little car. It's not super overly restored. It's just sort of tight, tidy, original looking. It's got little red wire wheels on it. Yeah, I like that one. It's probably one of my favourites. It's not overdone. Little old school tow truck, look at that thing. Phone 116. I don't know if that's going to do much for us nowadays. Old Packard truck. That's pretty badass. We've migrated in the queue a little bit. We've actually got tyres on this thing. Unlike the big heavy steam stuff elsewhere. I don't even know what this thing is. They're calling it a Brockway. You'd have to be really into your nostalgic trucks to know what this stuff is. But there's an audience for everything, so that's why I'm showing you. To me, the thing that stands out the most is that horn. That's a little hand horn, what's left of it, and I reckon that's badass. I like that. What about a Rolls Royce? How do you like your Rolls Royce? Man, we're showing some dust, but it's still cool. That's still cool. That's a Rolls Royce, man. Any way you slice it, a Rolls Royce is still cool. I don't know what this van is, but I love it. Man, it's old. Oh, look, the back of it's open. Let's get a look in there. Look at that thing, dude. That's just cool. That is just cool. What is it? It's a, what are they saying it is? A Diamond T. I don't even know what brand that is. You sort of start to realise that you're real illiterate with your history and your motor vehicles when you start looking at some of this stuff. State of Victoria, look at that, last registered, 1970. Stop it, 1970. Tidy little hot rod here. It's probably getting to be a little bit out of date. We've got the old porno looking Edelbrock running gear and stuff going on in there. It's a Ford, but it's probably a little Yeah, it's probably a little 350 or something in there. That was pretty common. They'd swap them out and put 350s in the Fords. I don't know why they did that. I would have kept it all Ford, but I reckon that's a 350 in there. Pretty porno looking interior. Getting to be a little bit dated now. Reminds me of a boat a little bit when they start doing that with the piping. See how it's got the pink piping and stuff on it around the edge of the seats. It's very porno. Another tidy little Ford here, all original. Yeah, that's cool. Very original looking. Yeah, I like that too. It's just original, you know, it doesn't need to be all glittery and glamoury, and it's just cool enough the way that it is, man. You don't need to fiddle with everything. Like, not everything needs to be hot rodded. Another old school looking hot rod. Oh, dude. Look at this. This is like a businessman's coupe. Wow. That trim in there looks mint. I mean, yeah, whatever, it's been redone, but it's like that cigar leather looking stuff. It's just thick. Oh, I love it. It almost makes you a bit jelly, doesn't it? Like, so, this one's still left hook too, so this is straight out of the States. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, she's a full left swing, look at that. Full left swinger. Velour. It looks pretty original in there too, you know, like it really does. Like that velour would have been pretty original on the trims. I'm not an expert. The hood lining, the way it's all stained up, see over there in the back corner how it's got that watermark. Yeah, I reckon that's pretty, honestly, I reckon that's pretty original, you know, like, I'm not saying it hasn't been trimmed, like it might have been trimmed, but it's showing its age if it has been retrimmed. Another super retro looking hot rod. It's got the old Warrior by Weld, I reckon that's what they were, Warrior racing rims on it. I mean, in the 90s, that was where you had to be at, but now they're just full porno. I'm not saying they're not cool, man, they're cool. Pretty nostalgic. Got another little coupe over here. Pretty original colour scheme. It's got like a mission brown set of fenders on it. The window glass is being propped up at the moment because, well, shit happens sometimes with this old stuff. Plenty of petrol memorabilia going on in here too, dudes. Like, I don't know if you're into that stuff. Like most people that like their old cars, they like their old petrol stuff. This stuff really went through the roof at one point, and I think, according to our buddy Mike Wolf, this stuff's still pretty hot in the States. It still pulls some big dimes. Unlike a lot of stuff here in Australia, like antique furniture and retro stuff that's literally dead in the water. This stuff seems to have held its money pretty good. I know some guys, some of this petrol pump stuff, they're asking stupid money. I've seen petrol pumps for $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. I don't really know what I'm looking at, but I've seen the asking price pretty high on some of this stuff. It's pretty wild. Oh, something really terrible's happened. Yep. Is so. Yeah, that just happened. Look at that, dude. Look at that. I wonder how many corpses have been passed through them back doors. That's sort of gross, man, but it's reality. Look at that big window glass up the side of it. I mean, it's full creep show. Don't you reckon? Yeah, the old school hearse, man. Look at that. Full creep show. It's awesome. That is awesome. It's actually, what is it? It's yeah, it's Dodge. I thought it was a Dodge. Of course it's a Dodge. It's got their famous Ram on the front. Geez, some of the Dodge Ram boys cruising around their big pickup trucks would like that as a updated or old school emblem. Smash that retro emblem on the late model Dodge Ram, you know, with your 6.7 Cummins and all the shit in it. Wow. That's just thick. Even the angle of the roof, it's got that hot roddy. You see what I'm saying? Look at that stopy slope on the front of it. That's badass. To me, that's where it's at. That's my pick. I'm happy with that. If I could pick two cars in there, out of the whole deal, in this whole building, if I could pick two, this is one, and wait till you see the other one. It's coming up. Got another little retro hot rod here. Got some buttoned upholstery going on. Look at that buttoned upholstery. Not sure that I like that. And the colour on that thing was a thing like that purple, violety. Yeah, that boat sort of sailed. Probably in the 90s. Would have been hot. Not now. Left hook too. So it's still got that whole American trend going on. There's quite a few left hook cars in here. Quite a few. Okay, not every video appeals to everybody. And sorry, but MGs don't appeal to me, so I'm walking straight past them. It's my video, I'll do what I want. Pretty colossal looking layout here. Look at that. As if that doesn't just look cool as. Look at the petrol pumps, mate. They're just, I don't even know where to look. I'm getting to that point I don't even know where to look. I'm starting to get that. Remember I've said to you at swap meets before how you start getting that tunnel vision and you don't even know where to look because everything's just, in here, like everything is, dude, it is fucking wild. Like it's just, wow, wild. Back in the day, they used to work in gallons. So it was like 1 gallon or, 2 gallon, 3 gallon, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So up here. And you'd pump it in. So it'd pump in and fill up the glass vial at the top here. And then when you pulled the trigger on the handset, it would just empty that vial so you could sort of clearly see what just got dumped into your tank. Basically, that was it anyway. I like this little Ford. It's just got that look, man. Don't you reckon? It's just got that full, I don't know, original look. This is her inside. It's cool, mate. Very, very cool, mate. Real cool. I actually don't know how to drive these things, to be honest with you. Got a lot of strange pedals, funny ways of starting them. I'm not up to speed with it. Yep. I couldn't steal it if you give me the keys, to be honest. Old Chrysler Imperial. They were a big car, man. Real big. Real bubble top on them too, sort of like the Fords and that were doing at the time. Interior in this thing's really quirky. Oh yeah, welcome home. You could almost see the old timers sitting in it wearing their three-piece suit on the way to church, couldn't you? Kids in the back. Yeah, wow. Bit of a time capsule, this one, really. Full time capsule. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, he's done, he must be done. One bloke couldn't have all that. Nah, mate. One bloke has got all that. What's that, a 50? I don't know, I get them. They all look the same to me. 55, 56, 57 Chevrolet. Down to our Chryslers now. These are the big super saloons. These are just serious, dude. These things are just badass. Soft top car. Big side running boards. Plenty of glitz. Plenty of glamour. You would have had high heels to be cruising around in this stuff back in the day. Look at the wings. Just cool as. Same with this one, another soft top car. Not as glamorous as this one with the big spare wheel carriers. It's sort of got like the full chrome bezeled headlamps and everything going on. It's definitely a little bit more superior than this one. I'm going to cut right to the chase and I'm going to tell you my second pick for the cars in here. And this is it right here. I know a little bit about the car and I'm going to include the odd picture of who owned it. And his name is Legs Diamond. A true blue American gangster. Now the story goes that the last night that he was alive, his driver dropped him off in this very car that he owned, and he was murdered that night. So some mobsters came into his apartment, into his condo, whatever his living arrangement or living quarters was, and they bowling balled him. They smacked him in his bed while he was asleep. And obviously that was the end of him, shot him dead. So I've done a bit of research on this car and it turns out the story's true. That's the car, man. See, even here on the back of it, it's got like it's not a booty kit, it's the trunk. Like, they didn't have a trunk as we have now, so that was where they put their cargo. I don't know that that's genuine to the car. It looks pretty legit to me. Whether it is or whether it isn't, that's sort of lost to the history books, man. But I just reckon that the car itself is absolutely badass. The patina on that paint is, you can't replicate that. It's got the right amount of fade, it's got the right amount of dullness in the pinstriping. It's just a badass car. Look at the wheels on it. Look at the old tyres, the way they're sort of cracked and chapped up, and they're probably not safe anymore, to be honest. They're just as likely to go flat and have you flip the bloody car down the freeway. But so the Legs Diamond car's a 1932 model. It gets a little bit grey. What actually happened was Legs Diamond, I think he was like 33 odd years old. When he was dropped off home by his driver, him and his partner, him and his girlfriend, they were dropped off. And, you know, history sort of winds around a little bit. But the story goes that Legs was dropped off at the apartment. He was assassinated that night. The car being a 1932 model and Legs being killed, I think it was like December 1931. It doesn't make any sense. Like, he was already gone before the car was made. But back then, car manufacturers would date things not necessarily at the time that it was manufactured, but at the time that the model would be launched. So the car was as good as brand new, and obviously served up to the elite. Him being a mobster, he was up there, you know, he had the coin to fund it. So the car was actually dated for the next year, which was when this model lineup was to be launched. So that sort of covers the story for the discrepancy in the years, because you start to think, if this is a 1932 and Legs was already assassinated in the year 31, this can't be the car. But see, this is the car, because the story checks out. So in the back of the Legs diamond car, it looks like we've got a gun bag or something sitting there just for a bit of, a bit of a shit and a giggle. Why would you not? Yeah, there's your gun bag sitting there. It's almost like a shortened sort of it's not a Tommy gun looking bag, but it's sort of one of them shortened, full auto looking old school machine gun bags. Funny as. And that's it, man. The cockpit in this is really narrow for such a big saloon of a car. It's really narrow. Like if you were sitting in the driver's seat, to be honest, you could almost elbow the passenger side door, literally with an elbow, never mind arm's reach. It's very retro in there. A lot of wood too. A lot of wood. That's it, man. That was Legs Diamond's last ride. He either got out of the back door on that car, or he got out that very front passenger door there. Right there, one of them doors he got out of. That was the last door he ever got out of when it come to automobiles. It's badass, man. Badass. Yeah, we've got some more Chrysler's. These big cars, man, aren't they? Look at the size of some of these things. Very, I don't know what the word is, very upper class, very, I don't know. I don't know what the word is to describe it. They're big, they're out there. I mean, you've got to remember, mate, some people were still rolling around by horse and cart. And then you get some elite people turning up in this stuff in the late 20s and the early 1930s. Horse and cart was still a thing then, like, the automotive world had just not taken off. So to have this stuff, you were the boy. You were the boy on the block. And not always the boy too, because there's some women, very notable women in history, had some of these high roller cars when they come out. So it wasn't all just for the boys, like us petrol heads seem to think today. Back then, there's some pretty upper class women that had done some pretty spectacular things and managed to fund this stuff for themselves. You thought I was finished. Nope. This is some Aussie stuff. I did say with the GDS Monaro before, and I know I probably made a few friends with the comment, I'm not going to waste too much time with it. Well, I meant it. I'm not going to. This early Holden stuff is, well, is it a dime a dozen? Well, it kind of is. I mean, this thing here is really unique. I don't know. We can see this stuff anytime, guys. What I've showed you, we can't see that anytime. Let's get to it in here. Stuff to rate as number 3 on my list. I just like this car, man. It's got that look. It's just got that look. Oh, I don't know. And then I like this one too. They've both got that look. I can see why my buddies actually put both of these in the same room, right? Let's get a look at this back here. I can see why. Because they sort of go hand in hand. They're original, unmolested. I didn't say unrestored, I just said unmolested, like they haven't been fiddled around with. I reckon that's where it's at, man. They're both right-hand drive, so they're both Aussie, probably not Aussie delivered cars. They're probably imported, but they've been converted. Or they might be Aussie delivered cars. I'm not sure how that worked back then, but look at the color of that leather. It's just a very cozy, awesome experience to cruise around in this little car. It would just be a fun little car to cruise around in. Just for two. There's no room for the whole family. You're not bringing the kids along. Just the two of yous. Just yourself and a buddy, or you and the wife, or it would just be a super fun little car to, probably short runs too. Probably don't really want to go too far in it, you know? Just short little runs around town. Awesome. And the 32 Ford, again, fun little car. Fun for the whole family because you can bring the kids with this one. Throw the kids in the back, or maybe another couple. You could all go for a little Sunday drive. Awesome. Awesome. Pretty honest looking interior in this thing. I'm loving the smell. I've said it before, I wish video could give you guys the third scent, which is smell, you know, if you could smell it in here. Yeah, you just can't replicate that. New cars don't have that. New cars don't stand a chance at smelling as good as these old things do inside. But anyway, I can see why my buddy's got these two set up in one little section all by themselves, because they're badass cars. They just, yeah, they just look awesome sitting in here. Awesome. He's a very lucky man, that's for sure. Very lucky. I don't know whether you're into motorcycles, but this is pretty quirky. One thing I know is that I know that if you run into something on this, they're saying it's a 1916 Triumph. Yeah, my buddy Rick Petco would think that was pretty cool. But I know that if you run into something, that lump of straw is going to explode. And you will most definitely die. Make no mistake. There's a few bikes in here. Have a look at this one over here, dudes. What is this? I like it because it's unfiddled with. It's just super unfiddled with. And sometimes that's the way to keep them, I reckon. It looks like it's been pulled out of a creek, doesn't it? Literally pulled out of a creek, man. Yet another Ford coupe. Unchopped, unmolested, unfiddled with. Pretty honest, original looking car in superb order. You don't have to like it, you don't have to hot rod it, but you know, I don't think we should keep chopping them all up forever either. It's an all steel body. I'm pretty confident of that. You can tell that pretty near straight away. The fiberglass ones are good, but they're not that good. Bit of a shot of the inside of this one. Again, fun for the whole family. You can bring some people along, take the kids. It's just a tidy little package. It's a yellowy sort of a trim. It's not as cool as some of them cigar leather looking coloured ones, the coffee coloured ones from earlier. But it's honest, you know. It's got like a mahogany looking, like a walnutty sort of a colour through the dash, like a wood trim. It's very tidy inside. I'm being critical. Yeah, man, you could get lost in a place like this. Lost in petrol history. It's, you almost need like a little track with a golf cart to get through it all. I'm serious, man. Like you could justify having roadways through a facility like this with golf carts to get around. I'm not even shitting you. It's a big facility. I ran out of room elsewhere, so I just thought I'd throw a few more tractors in here. I can't help myself. I just keep buying them, you know what I'm saying? See them, I buy them. I like tractors. What's your bad habit? I mean, I like tractors. Some people build all sorts of quirky ass stuff. To be honest with you, I don't even know what this is. It's just a, let's call it a thingo. It reminds me, to be honest, this reminds me of that thing that those poor souls went down to see the Titanic in. What was that thing called? Titan. This reminds me of the Titan. It's got like a Jetson pack looking thing that goes on the back of it. This bolts onto the back, and it's like a, I don't know, what would you call it? Looks like a, I don't know, a submarine with a rocket propelled engine on the back of it. And you can stick your little head up here and wave at people. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Look at it. But people like that stuff. They build it or buy it or I don't know. I don't know. Super OG original Indian. Oh, what a gold mine. What a gold mine. Springer front too. It's just badass. Badass. A big shield on the front. I'm a compulsive idiot. I'd have to put a 300 rear under it, but just sort of discreetly. Yeah, of course there's a GT in here. I don't even know why you'd ask something so stupid as that. That's just a stupid question. Of course there's a GT. Well, dudes, that's a wrap. Mind blown, what can I say? All I can say is, wow. My buddy's done real well for himself, man. How does one person accumulate so much cool stuff in a lifetime? It's really awe-inspiring, to be honest. It's at least, well, a dude like me, man, it leaves me really numb. And I'm proud for him, I really am. It's a real credit to anybody to curate and accumulate so much badass stuff in one lifetime. Hats off to him, it's grouse. The thing that makes this place so cool is that it's not curated, you know? It's not like a little museum where everything's spit polished in the morning and you got little ropes around everything. It's just raw, man. And you see things in their true form, you know, in the way that they really are. Like, cars aren't kept spit polished in the real world. This many cars, they get dusty. That's how it is. They leak oil. They're old. They smell old. They look old. And man, that's what I love about this place. But all good things come to an end. It's time for me to split. I've had an absolute cracking ball doing this video, guys. And I hope you enjoyed watching. I appreciate you all hanging out with me. It's, yeah, it's gonna be grouse. We'll catch up on the next run. Thanks for hanging out again. I appreciate you all for that. Bye, everyone.